Hi everybody, Angel here, and I hope you're doing great. And today I'm here to talk about 44 tips for dining alone as a female solo traveler. And this is a topic that comes up a lot in some of the circles that I'm in, some of the female travel circles. And so I wanted to create some space to discuss this topic. The fear of eating alone in public is a real phenomenon. So if you're feeling fearful or anxious or both about eating alone while in your hometown or while traveling, then rest assured that you are not alone. In fact, in researching information for this blog, I discovered that fear of eating alone has its own name. And that name is solomangarephobia. So it's a real occurrence, and it's something that really affects a lot of people. And it appears that perhaps it affects women more than men when it comes to eating alone. So the full blog is available on my website, happyenergyjourney.com/blog, or you can check out the link in my bio and then you'll select the blog option. And so some people think that solo dining is actually socially unacceptable, and it's an activity to be feared, and it brings up some anxiety for some people. In particular, among female solo travelers, dining alone is a major source of anxiety, as I have seen a huge number of posts in female travel groups on this topic where women are expressing their distress about eating alone, and they frequently ask for advice on how to manage their discomfort while eating alone, especially at dinner time. For some reason, dinner time brings about more anxiety and stress and fear and discomfort. So I've been fortunate to travel to 35 countries and hundreds of towns and cities on 6 out of the 7 continents. And I have a lot of experience with eating alone as a solo traveler. Over the decades of my travel experiences, I have gathered and practiced many different approaches to eating alone. And so I am happy to share my top tips with you here. So if eating alone does not come naturally to you, here are my top 44 tips to alleviate your discomfort as a solo diner. Number 1, find healthy plant-based vegan restaurants through websites and apps including Happy Cow and A Billion. That'll get you started. Find where to go to eat healthy plant-based meals. Number 2, find healthy plant-based vegan options through a Google search, such as vegan near me or vegan and then the name of the city that you're in. For example, vegan Paris, vegan Madrid, vegan New York, wherever you are. Just type that into your Google search and a whole list of options will come up for you. Number 3, maximize your safety as a solo diner by never leaving your eats and drinks unattended on your table or at the bar if you're dining alone, to avoid potential tampering by someone who has problematic intentions. So that could really involve, for example, if you need to zip off to the restroom, then please do that before you place your order, or please wait until after you have finished eating and drinking, because you never know. I repeat, you never know what people's intentions are. You never know who is watching you and who may have problematic intentions. And it's not to create more fear, it's just to be practical and safe. And I speak about safety actually in another blog on my website, so you can check that out at happyenergyjourney.com/blog about being safe as a solo female traveler. Number 4, search for restaurants and cafes that are famous for their beautiful views and or locations so that your attention and the attention of other diners will be the beautiful views and or locations. For example, you can Google best restaurants with beautiful views in Paris, or best restaurants with beautiful sunset views in Barcelona. Wherever you are, there are going to be beautiful locations where people gather for meals or just to enjoy the view. So that could be a really nice option for you when you're choosing a restaurant or a cafe to eat alone or drink alone, because then you will be basically occupied by the views just like everybody else. And so you won't really be focused on feeling so alone. Number 5, practice solo dining in your hometown by going to cafes and restaurants alone for breakfast, lunch, and or dinner periodically to get yourself used to sitting alone for eats and drinks. Number 6, practice walking into cafes and restaurants with self-confidence rather than feeling apologetic and guilty for showing up alone. Because let's face it, you have every right to be there just like everybody else. So, number 7, go to the restaurant early to avoid a crowded restaurant with no vacant tables. For example, if they open at 6 p.m., you might arrive a few minutes after they open. And that way, you're more likely to get a table. Number 8, if you go early and you sense that they are gearing up for a busy spurt soon, let them know that you will not be long, so that they will know that you will vacate the table, let's say in 1 hour, for example. I personally do that, and it alleviates some of the stress, I think, with some of the servers in restaurants where they may feel, they want the table like for a bigger group, not just a solo diner. And I found that really, kind of gets me in the door faster when I go to certain places when I'm traveling. And so that helps a lot to just get yourself a table if you want a table when you're alone. Number 9, make a reservation to avoid being told that they are full if you just show up at the restaurant. Number 10, if you don't want to sit at a table alone, you could choose to sit at the bar or a communal table if you feel comfortable, and you could choose to chat with the bartender or other guests, for example, if that's your choice. Number 11, do not expect others to invite you to join them at their table. They have their own reasons for wanting to keep their table just as it is, either alone or with others. And the reason I bring this up is because this was a topic of discussion in a travel group recently where a solo female traveler was basically not happy that a certain group of people did not invite her over to join them. And really, that's not a fair expectation to have of people. If people are in a group, or even in a couple, or even by themselves, they have no obligation to invite anyone to join them. So I really think this is important, not to expect others to invite you to join them at their table. And number 12, do not be upset if others do not invite you to join them at their table. It is not something personal against you. Number 13, if you want company, you might consider inviting another solo female traveler to join you at your table. If she declines, do not take it personally, as she has her own reasons for it declining that have nothing to do with you. Number 14, know deep within yourself that you are just as worthy of dining solo as the diners who are dining with others. Number 15, do not worry about what others might be thinking about you dining alone, as you have no proof of what others are thinking, and what others might be thinking is irrelevant to you anyway. Number 16, Do not project your feelings of being a loser or weird or some other unpleasant description for dining alone onto others. Don't project those feelings onto others, as they have no idea, you have no idea what others are thinking. Number 17, feel gratitude for the freedom you possess to choose where you eat and what you eat while having your meal alone, versus being limited to please others whose choices may not please you. In other words, if you were basically eating with a group of people and you don't even want to be in that restaurant, you don't even want to be eating that kind of food, you don't even want to be in their company, this is a really great opportunity to feel gratitude for that freedom that you possess to eat alone and where and when and how you want. Number 18, you can also repeat self-worth affirmations when you start to feel nervous and anxious about your self-worth and what others might be thinking about you. And in the blog, I have a link there for some self-worth affirmations. And these can really strengthen you and fortify you and calm you and comfort you when you're feeling nervous and anxious about eating alone. Or actually just in life in general, to be honest. It's not just about eating alone, although that's what this blog is about. Number 19, be happy in your own company. I think that says it all, so I'll just repeat it. Be happy in your own company. Number 20, shower yourself with loving kindness and compassion if you are feeling lonely or sad or some other emotion about dining alone. That goes a long way. Loving kindness and self-compassion. Number 21, if you start to feel anxious about sitting by yourself, you might lower your gaze or close your eyes and take a few deep, long breaths to calm your nervous system. And this really, really, really works. And in my blog, I have a link there for that tip number 21. I also have a link for some deep breathing exercises that will really calm your nervous system. And you can do those anywhere. So that includes when you're dining alone. And of course, when you're at home or wherever, your office or wherever. Number 22, if you start to feel anxious about sitting by yourself, bring a slight smile to your lips, as this will send a signal to your nervous system to relax. And this is also known as smile yoga, and it is very, very, very powerful and very effective. So I highly recommend that you also practice that if you're feeling anxious or fearful or sad or any other uncomfortable emotion. Number 23, if you're feeling bored, anxious, or lonely for some other emotions, you can spend time people watching. And that is a valid activity. And a lot of us do that. And I know I do that. I love to people watch. And that's something you can do if you're, by yourself and you don't have anything else to do. Number 24. Practice mindful eating by focusing your attention on your meal and savoring the colors, textures, flavors, aromas, and the sounds of chewing and crunching of your meal. Number 25, enjoy the peace and quiet of having your meal without the pressure to keep up a conversation with anybody. And believe me, that can be a beautiful, beautiful experience when you realize that you have this beautiful opportunity to enjoy the peace and quiet of your own meal and your own company. Number 26, practice your food photography skills by taking photos of your eats and drinks. Number 27, take photos of the restaurant and your meal to save as souvenirs and or to share in a blog or a social media post or with friends and family, for example. Number 28, spend time before and after eating your meal to use your mobile phone to research your tours and sightseeing for the upcoming days of your trip. And this is really nice. Like when you're waiting for your meal to arrive, your drinks to arrive, before and or even after your meal, when you're just sitting there relaxing, you can also use your phone or your tablet, whatever you have, to do some research for your upcoming sightseeing tours. Number 29, you can take a book, either a hard copy or a digital copy, to read. I personally like to read books on my phone, and that way I don't have to lug around the physical copy of the book. Number 30, take a journal, either hard copy or digital, to journal about your day, your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings, your plans, etc. That's very helpful, not only when you're dining alone, but just in life in general. Number 31, play word games or other games on your mobile phone while you wait for your meal to arrive at your table. There are lots of, games that will challenge you, that will occupy your time and entertain you, and you could even learn from it. So that's a great tip, and I love playing word games in particular. Number 32, scroll social media to research hashtags that are related to your travel location to learn more about the destination while you wait for your meal to arrive. So let's say that you are in, New York. You could just look up the hashtag New York, or New York travel, or NYC, or something like that. And that way you can see what's happening, see what people are posting, see which locations people are posting about in that particular city or town. And you may find some places that really inspire you to visit them. And so you can just, occupy your time by searching certain hashtags, for example. Number 32, you can sign up for a vegan cooking class so that you learn a new skill and you get to dine with the cooking class group. So you will go there alone if you're a solo traveler. However, you will be able to dine and commune with others in the class. Number 34, you could attend a food festival to enjoy eating locally made vegan eats and drinks in a public setting. Number 35, you can go to a food market where you can choose different vegan eats and drinks in a public setting. Number 36, you could sign up for a vegan food tour if you want to have dining companions instead of dining alone. Number 37, if there is no space at a restaurant or cafe where you want to eat, or you don't want to eat alone on the premises, you can order a meal to take away and enjoy during daylight hours in a park or garden with many other people around to maximize your safety. And that can be a beautiful experience. If you like picnics, you can create your own picnic right there, on demand, as they say. Number 38, you can order a takeaway meal to enjoy in your accommodation room. Number 39, feel grateful, feel gratitude for your meal and your awesome opportunity to travel to a new place and enjoy a beautiful meal, even if you are dining solo. Number 40, use each solo dining experience as a building block to build your self-confidence and your self-worth, and to lower your fear and anxiety about eating alone. It does get easier, okay? With each time that you dine alone, believe me, it does get easier to manage the discomfort, the anxiety, and any fear that you may experience. Number 41, use each solo dining experience as a tip that you can offer to other female solo travelers who can benefit from your solo dining experiences. Number 42, become aware and notice if you also experience anxiety, fear, and discomfort in other areas of your life, perhaps not only with solo dining. And consider including calming practices such as meditation and deep breathing in your regular routine at home as well as traveling. So what I'm getting at here in this tip number 42 is that perhaps dining alone is not the only area of your life where you experience anxiety or fear or discomfort. And so becoming aware and noticing that, recognizing that, will help you a long way to also alleviate some of those uncomfortable feelings in those other areas of your life. Number 43, you can join a retreat where you will have the option of dining solo or dining with the retreat participants. And that's one of the beautiful aspects of a retreat, where you get to choose how much time you want to spend alone versus how much time you want to spend with the other retreat participants. And number 44, to wind this up, wrap this up, and put a bow on it, have fun dining alone. After all, you are your best dining companion. So I hope that my list of 44 tips of dining alone as a solo female traveler will help you to plan and enjoy your solo trips around the world. I invite you to read my blogs. Some of my recent blogs are 50 benefits of female solo traveling and more than 50 safety tips for female travel. And these blogs will add to your knowledge, expertise, and fun as a solo traveler. So let me know what your favorite tips are for solo travel dining. And I would really also love and enjoy hearing about your favorite travel destinations. So let me know in the comments. And I wish you happy travels and best wishes. And yeah, thanks for watching either live or on the replay. I really appreciate it. And I wish you a beautiful rest of your day wherever you are. Take good care, everybody. Bye-bye.